Hello, today I'm talking about grappling research on my swinging and grappling motion mechanics in games. So, hello, first things first, let's tackle what are swinging and grappling mechanics. So, in modern games, swinging and grappling are mechanics which involves players to have innovative ways to interact with the environment. So, these mechanics replicate physics of ropes, chains, or attachments to create an immersive and dynamic gaming experience. So, to talk about these, I'd like to touch on these certain games which have grappling mechanics in them. So, first of all, Doom Eternal, the meat hook. First of all, the meat hook is a tool used for navigation and it also enhances combat. How it works is that the meat hook allows players to lock onto enemies, pulling them into position for a devastating attack. So, mobility, the player can reposition quickly to gain advantageous heights, and for resource management also, it sets up enemies to allow them to attack. So, the design focus is that the meat hook is supposed to be a combat centric type tool which allows for fluid movement in high intensity battles. This is one way for grappling hooks to work. So secondly, I'd like to talk about Sekiro. Sekiro is another game for where it uses grappling hooks to traverse and also for combat. So there are detection points in this game. So this is where the grappling hook detection system comes in. So a good example where this is comes in is that for functionality, the grappling hook allows for players to travel ledges, rooftops, and hidden areas. And also to talk about combat utility, the players can also hook quickly to approaches advantageous points. The mechanics are shown here, where it uses dot product calculations to tracing and the system will aligns grappling points aligns with the player's view. The movement is physics based. And the design focus of this grappling hook mechanic is to emphasize speed and fluidity to complement the game's stealth and action mechanics. Plus the combat. As shown here, they use a 0.7 threshold. So it basically means the detection point for you is in the player's view. So now moving on, Celeste. Compared to the other two games, Celeste is a 2D game which uses grappling hooks. The previous two games were 3D. So the functionality of the grappling hooks are shown here. So this problem statement is that here, so Celeste uses grappling hooks and deliberate skillful manner. So that's the math behind it. So in Celeste, the functionality of grappling hooks is used for swinging, climbing, and wall sticking. So the mechanics is that it allows for principles of projectile motion, and also the players must carefully plan their movement to, and also design focus. Compared to other games, as said earlier, this 3D and Sekiro Doom Eternal is in 3D, this Celeste 2 is in 2D. So moving on, representation of the swinging mechanics. So grapple detection is that the grapple uses sphere traces to identify valid points, to identify checks, and dot product calculations. Moving on, here are the pendulum motions, as shown here. Pendulum path, the grappling motion follows a pendulum-like physics path. And as shown in Celeste 2, Celeste uses a pendulum motion for grappling hooks. Moving on, Hooke's Law. Hooke's Law is basically imagine a rope that exerts force proportional to the stretch. So this dampens oscillations and ensures movements to be smooth and controlled, which is perfect for grappling hooks. You can implement this to make it more realistic approach. Next is vector math. Vector math uses triangulation and also uses normalization from player point. So from in this case, the FQI we calculate player's position and to ensure better grappling hook mechanics. Finally, talk about circular motion. Circular motion also swinging detection using angular velocity and gravity. Um, some games use this for other things, but you can grappling hook could use circular motion to become more realistic and more eccentric approach. So external forces can apply. So basically, there's gravity, resistance, etc. So and there's also tension too. So these are our external factors for the grappling hook games. So for problem definition, games can basically be grappling hook can bring very enhanced importance to gameplay. So in importance that and enhance immersion. So grappling hook stimulate real world physics and also players can expand on hidden areas, gain technical advantages, and also increase freedom. Here allows player to experiment with movement, enhancing creativity and replayability. So to conclude, swinging and grappling motions enrich players by enhancing depth, immersion. So combat driven, such as Sekiro and Doom Eternal, and maybe platforming based, precision based too, such as Celeste 2. By balancing realism and responsiveness, players can create systems that are intuitive by engaging integral game experience. Thanks so much.